He says, this prize and everything that I'm longing for, he said, it's not just for me, but for all who eagerly look forward to his appearing. It's not just for me. It's everybody that looks forward to his appearing. You remember the Olympics a few years ago where the guy was running the race and he turned the corner and then he fell down? And then he got up and he had injured his leg so badly that he could not finish the race running. He had to limp towards the finish line. And then there was a guy that crawled over the wall and ran out onto the track at the Olympics and put his arm around the runner, and they began to run towards the finish line, and they crossed the finish line together. And what you find out later is that the guy who crawled the wall and ran out onto the track was the runner's father. And together, father and son finished the race. My hope, and I have a dream for this church, that we would do that. That we would have our arms around one another and we would encourage the socks off one another. We would pump each other up. That we would grow together and we would finish this race strong together. Now let me just say one word and then we'll be through. I'll say this as nicely as I possibly can. There are some of you that have become distracted in the race. You've become sidetracked for some reason. God has called you to love and to serve and to grow and to share and to minister in his name, to influence people for Jesus Christ, to let the fruit of the Spirit be lived out in your life. And for some reason, you've become distracted. I mean, you show up for the race, but you sit in the stands or you're on the bench, and it's been a long time since you've run. Or maybe for some of you, when it comes to the race, here's what it looks like. You've rationalized it out, saying to yourself, well, I've done my time. It's a new generation's time. I served all those years. I've already punched my ticket. And I'm sharing with you this morning, by the Holy Spirit's prompting, that it's time for you to get back in the race. It's time for you to start running. And I don't know what that looks like. It may mean serving in our children's ministry. It might mean investing yourself in a home group. It may be just enjoying the blessing and the benefit of generosity financially. Maybe it's sharing your life and your story and your witness with one other person. It might be just serving the under-resourced in our area. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I'm telling you, if you're not running the race, it's time for you to get back into it. Because there is no greater life to live than being in a spiritual zone of loving God and serving everyone and investing in a few and looking for one. Starters can be found everywhere. For that matter, quitters can be found everywhere too. But finishers are a rarity. Let's be a church that faithfully finishes strong.